Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Hello, this is Mark Denham from Atom Radio's Drive Time with the final Drive Time Best Bits podcast of the year. Week 51 is where we are. You can see that we are recording the intro and indeed the outro before the show today. So I can't tell you exactly what's in this week's podcast because we've still got a show to do. However, what I can tell you is that you will find the wrapping tips that we did on Wednesday. I promise you they will be in there. So if you've saved your wrapping thinking, yes, you know what, Mark's going to save the day, those wrapping tips are in the podcast among all the other best bits of this week. So for the final time this year, the best bits of Drive Time on the Atom Radio podcast. Enjoy.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk, 4:07 Monday afternoon. Hello to you. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend and a good Monday as well. Now, I know over the weekend, we did say last week that there was going to be snow. And I know if you live up north, there has been quite a bit of snow. But I was quite surprised because I went into the shop on Friday just to buy one item. And when I came out, it was cold, but it was all right when I went in. When I came out, there was actually snow. Now, I mean, it wasn't settling or anything like that. It was just like dust, really white dust falling out of the sky. And it lasted all of about 2 minutes. But there you go. I've seen my first snow of winter now. Nowhere near as much, though, as the north of England got. And I'm sure elsewhere around the world there has been snow as well. So wherever you are, I hope you're not snowed in.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
You know the little sausage dogs, the ones that are way, way longer than they are taller and that, and they have those tiny stumpy legs. Hyde Park yesterday was overcome with sausage dogs. But not just sausage dogs in Christmas outfits as well. The event is the latest in a series of monthly sausage dog walks. I'd imagine you can't go very far or very quick because they are only tiny and their legs are probably only 2 or 3 inches long. So, it happened in Hyde Park yesterday and hundreds of them descended on the park. 500 sausage dogs yesterday, all in Christmas outfits, descended on Hyde Park for this monthly walk as well. So, if you did see it, can you imagine if you saw that and you're thinking, peckish.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
You've got Mark with you up until 7 o'clock tonight. Have you had your Christmas party yet? You remember, obviously it's Monday afternoon now, Monday evening. Yeah, we're well through the workday for today. But I'm just thinking, if you went out for your Christmas party at the weekend, what's probably happened is you've probably danced and partied like nobody's looking, whilst everybody is looking. The bosses are looking for reasons to discipline you, and all your colleagues are looking for reasons to ridicule you for the next 12 months before the next Christmas party. How was your Monday at work?
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Hello to you, by the way, if you are a waitress and you are serving Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. It's a tough life, that, isn't it? Like, a friend of mine the other day told me he drove past somewhere and saw that they were selling Christmas dinner for £65 per head. And when you think about it, it's a bit of turkey, all right, bit of turkey and some veg. That's basically it. Maybe a bit of black pudding. And I don't know whether you get your drinks in with that £65 or not, but even if you do, £65 is a lot of money. But then how much, though? How much would you charge to go and wait on someone on Christmas Day rather than spend it with your family? Especially if you've got children or whatever. How much would you charge for that? I would imagine as and maybe somebody who's listening who is a waiter or a waitress could explain how much you get on Christmas Day. I don't want to know the exact amount, but you get double time, triple time? It's got to be a lot, hasn't it, for working on Christmas Day?
Yeah!
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Tuesday's Drive Time on AtomRadio.co.uk. So this time traveller then from the future, apparently from the year 2030. I don't believe in all that claptrap. But time travellers always seem to make predictions about stuff a few months away and not, for instance, the lottery numbers for, let's say, tonight for Euro Millions or maybe tomorrow for the Lotto draw. Noah, who claims to have come from the year 2030, prove it, Noah, prove it. He has some very specific predictions about next year, starting in January, where he says there'll be a huge spike in UFO sightings, a devastating snowstorm which will devastate many US cities. Oh, good luck if you are in America for this. It's a hilarious video for UFO-obsessed YouTubers Noah shows off what he claims are library pages from the future. Oh, come on. He predicts that starting in 2019 to 2020, January 19 will see a massive spike in UFO sightings. February will see massive snowstorms. The rest of the year is relatively quiet with a functioning robotic eye released in April of 2019. And in June 2019, an implanted chip which will allow paralyzed people to walk again will be released. The worrying thing is that he does go on to say in November 2020, Trump is re-elected as president. This is not opinion, these are real facts. Noah, just prove that you can time travel. Before we take any of this seriously, absolutely prove that you can time travel. And then maybe people will listen.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Emoji. Do you use them? People are currently sharing right text, wrong emoji. What's an emoji? Wrong emoji examples at the moment. Hashtag Roundup has asked people to come up with hashtag right text, wrong emoji. Now, I do use emoji, but I have to say, if you've got an iPhone, you'll know this. The first little page of emoji is always your most used ones. And it's very rare those ever change from me. I only really ever use, like, you know, the smiley face, the lol face, the haha face, or I use face palm or the monkey with the eyes covered. Those are pretty much the only ones that I ever use. So they never ever change. But some people have managed to send a good luck with your prostate exam and thumbs up emoji. I think we need to take a break with our relationship. I just need time to myself. And somebody has sent that's definitely the wrong emoji. And this is brilliant with the bring home the bacon stuff we did last week. I'm a vegan too. And somebody's used the streaky bacon emoji after that. I think this may have been a slight, I don't know, maybe they wore glasses and forgot to put them on. Grandma's dead. And instead of the crying faces, they've used the laughing so much I'm crying faces with the big smiles and everything. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong emoji.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Happy Christmas. If you have a real Christmas tree, experts are warning to be careful. Praying mantis eggs could be lurking in Christmas trees. Well, that's not something you want to wake up to on a Christmas morning, is it? Find that praying mantis have hatched out of your Christmas tree. You wouldn't want to wake up to that at all, would you? And imagine this. Tanya Perea even accused a man named as Santov of sexting another woman, telling him and all her family and friends at her 21st birthday party, every single person here knows you were trying to with some girl. She then goes on to say, I deserve so much better. Imagine that guy. He's gone to his girlfriend's 21st birthday. And all right, maybe he has. And therefore, maybe it's fair that he got dumped. But wow, that's an horrendous way to get dumped, isn't it? To get dumped like that with a speech like that in front of all your guests at the 21st birthday party. I bet they're not going to have a happy Christmas now. Well, she might, but I doubt he will.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
How to wrap Christmas presents, all right? I've got top tips for you. Bottle shapes, okay? Here we go. These aren't my tips, by the way. I can't wrap. I need to say these aren't mine. So if anyone knows me, they're thinking, but he can't wrap. Why is he giving tips away? No, I can't. These are ones that I found. If you're wrapping a bottle, sauce, culinary gift, tall vases and tins, take a sheet of tissue paper larger than the height of your item. No, don't do that first. And place the bottle upright in the middle of the paper. Carefully gather the sides of the paper upwards and neatly twist it round the bottle neck to create a pleated effect. Secure the tissue paper by tying a piece of string around the top. Repeat the process with a sheet of shimmery cellophane to give an extra luxe finish. That sounds really easy, doesn't it? Told you how to wrap bottles. We're on to triangles now for cosmetics and chocolates. Hang on. What chocolate comes in a triangular package or box or whatever? Anyway, the top tip for this, take the top of the paper at the top of the triangle. Fold slightly over, tucking in at each side, creating a pleat along the rest of the paper. I feel like I'm doing one of these instructional videos now, Repeat the pleat on the other side. Carefully fold one side of the paper over the box so it meets around the center, then repeat this action with the other side. Eat, sleep, wrap, repeat. Once both sides fit around the box, secure with tape. Finish the third side of the triangle by tucking in the edge of the paper and folding the same way you would with the box. Finally, cut a small piece of ribbon and place it on the back. Take both edges and tape down with double-sided tape to create a V shape at the front. Pop on a metallic stick-on bow to finish. And I must say, this looks absolutely beautiful, the way this lady has done it. If I did it, it wouldn't look like that, I can assure you. Circular shapes, I'll tell you about in a moment. Hello, Mark Denham with you on the big drive home. And we are giving you helpful hints in this hour as to how to wrap things. All right, Christmas gifts by that. I don't just mean pick up random things around your house and wrap them. Although, can you imagine how much fun that'd be if you just went around like your parents' house, for example, just like, oh, that's a lovely ornament, I'll just wrap that. Oh, look, there's the salt cellar, I'll just wrap that. Oh, there's the TV control, I'll just wrap that. I wouldn't recommend it, though, because probably what you'll find is your parents will then tell Santa that little whoever has not been good and you won't get any presents. But if you are wrapping circular items, number one, make sure you have enough paper by placing your tin at the edge of the sheet and rolling it over 3 times. 3 times? Why 3? You only have to cover it, like it'd be 2.5 surely, wouldn't it? Then, holding the end closest to you, roll the tin away so the sides become wrapped in the sheet. Create a fold at the end and secure with tape. Wrap the top of the tin carefully by pleating the paper into small triangles. Press down and smooth each pleat with your thumb as you go along, making sure the paper meets in the middle of the tin each time. This sounds so good though, doesn't it? It sounds so easy. And when you look at the final picture that I'm looking at here, it's absolutely perfect. Again, even following those instructions, I couldn't do this. Finally, tack down the final pleat with a piece of tape and repeat on the bottom. Decorate by cutting a piece of ribbon long enough to cover the width and leave extra for a bow. Tie the ribbon across the centre and add a decoration if wanted. We've got ball shapes still to do as well. There's a joke in there somewhere, but we best leave it in there rather than out of there. How to wrap balls. If you have got something ball-shaped for sports balls, baubles and beauty gifts and any other sphere shapes, then you should take a sheet of tissue paper, place your ball in the centre, roll the ball forward. Can you imagine? It's just going to roll away, isn't it? It's gone. You must hold on to the paper to make sure the circumference is covered. Use a small piece of tape in the middle to secure. Repeat this action with a sheet of cellophane. Twist the tissue and cellophane as close to the ball as possible and secure with some ribbon. Voila! Christmas wrapping all done. There you go. I was going to say I'll put this on the podcast, but by then it may be a little late because you may have done all your wrapping, but the podcast will be out on Saturday for the best bits of drive time. So yeah, I'm going to put these tips on the podcast for you. All right, I've got to remember to do that now. Write myself a note to do this. Otherwise, I'll forget and you will be stuffed when it comes to wrapping.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk
4:13 atomradio.co.uk on a Thursday. Big row has kicked off over the last couple of days, hasn't it? After vegans stormed the Waitrose meat aisle, and when they were asked, they refused to say if their own parents will eat turkey this Christmas. Piers Morgan has now chimed in on this. Why aren't you protesting against your own families? Now, these people protested in Waitrose in the meat aisle about veganism and all this, that and the other. And they say that everybody could be vegan within 20 years. Well, if I live another 20 years, I don't want to be vegan. All right? I'm going to be honest. I don't want to be. I enjoy meat. But what annoys me with things like this, right, is it's people's own personal preference, isn't it? If you want to eat meat, that is down to you. All right? As long as the animal is killed in the most humanely possible way, and let's be honest, they are killed, all right? But as long as it's killed in the most humanely possible way, then that's that. If we didn't eat meat, these animals wouldn't be bred anyway, would they? And wouldn't be bred or wouldn't be kept, because there'd be no point to it, other than, of course, cows for milk. But, you know, these things, like, you know, when you see people who are protesting, well, not protesting, but spreading religious messages. We all know about religion. We all know about churches and temples. If we want to find out more, we can go to a church or a temple or wherever and, you know, a mosque, and we can find out what we want to know. Same with veganism. We all know about vegetarianism and veganism, and if we want to do it, we can. And yet these people think that by protesting in Waitrose, they're going to stop people from buying turkeys at Christmas. It's just, you know, each to their own. If you're happy being vegans and not eating properly, then that's your decision. But why try and enforce that onto everybody else? I don't get it. I really don't. Happy Christmas anyway.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Atom Radio, online 24 hours a day. Christmas is coming, Jonah Louie, and Stop the Cavalry on the big drive home, 7 after 5. Sweets, you know we've mentioned before. When you get a box of sweets, it doesn't matter if it's a tub of sweets or if it's like a box like Milk Tray or Black Magic or whatever. There's always the ones, aren't there, that people just don't like. Now, I don't know why they put them in the box, if I'm honest, but there's always the ones that people don't like. And you'll find that they are always left until last. Well, a study has now been done about chocolates. Now, if you are a Quality Street fan, the purple one is the favourite one in the Quality Street, followed by the green triangle, followed by the caramel swirl. In fourth place, Strawberry Delight. That's my favourite. In Strawberry Delight is my favourite, and it's in fourth place. If you are a Cadbury's Roses fan, Hazelnut and Caramel is the top favourite. Golden Barrel, I think that's the caramel, isn't it? I don't know. It's 20. That's in second place. Joint second place is Hazel Whirl, and the Strawberry Dream, as they call it, is again in fourth place. Where's the Coffee Cream? Coffee Escape is 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh dear. It's not so good, is it? Not so good. If you got celebrations, Malteser's Teaser is the top one, followed by Galaxy, followed by Galaxy Caramel. And if you've got Cadbury's Heroes, it's Twirl, Dairy Milk and Whisper. Do you agree or not? Would you say that? I mean, I'm not agreeing because my favourites would be the Strawberry Cream and the Coffee Cream. But apparently they don't rank that highly. I'm not certain on this. I wasn't even asked to vote on this. I don't know how they do these surveys. So they just go out and pick random people on the street, maybe pick 2,000 people on the street and say, what's your favourite Cadbury's Roses? What's your favourite celebrations? Must be.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
What I do want to talk to you about, though, is New Year's resolutions. Now, if you are planning to make a New Year's resolution, I'm going to give you a helpful hint here. Prepare for it in advance. A lot of New Year's resolutions fail because people aren't prepared for them in advance. So, if, for example, you're going to give up smoking, buy chewing gum, have sweets, whatever, patches ready in advance. If you're going to go running, buy a new pair of trainers before this year ends, so you're ready to put them on New Year's Day and go running. Same if you're going to eat healthier, eat all the junk food and the snacks and that before the new year, so they're gone. Whatever it is you're planning to do, if you prepare for it in advance, rather than just thinking, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going to give up smoking, and then you won't be prepared, will you? So if you prepare, you have a better chance of succeeding in your New Year's resolution. If you are thinking of your New Year's resolution right now, think of something that means a lot to you, and hopefully you'll succeed.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Online 24 hours a day, streaming from Slough, playing the music you want to hear. It's Mark with you on Drive Time at 5:15. That's 5:15, our final drive time of the year. Have you done all your Christmas shopping? If you haven't, then I must admit I sympathise with you, because for many, many years I did my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve because I'm not the best at Christmas shopping. So what I thought was, if you do your Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve, you have one chance to do it and you have to get it done, all right? So if you have to buy, let's say, for mum, dad, brother, sister, friend, 2 friends, let's say, okay? And you go out there, 1st of December, you're like, all right, I can't think of anything. Don't worry, I'll do it another day. And you go out another day and you think, oh, no, I didn't find anything, I'll do it another day. If you're not great at present buying, that can happen. If you go out on Christmas Eve, right, then you have the chance to get the presents between 10 and 4 or whatever it is, 8 and 4, 9 and 4, whenever the shop's open. Once the shop's closed, if you haven't got anything, you haven't got it. So you know, if you go on Christmas Eve, right, I need to get for mum, I need to get for dad, I need to get from my brother, my sister and my 2 friends, and you're thinking, right, okay, let's go, and you get it done. And that was how I used to work. And it was eventually, I worked on a Christmas Eve and I thought, when am I going to do my shopping? And that kind of changed me a little bit, and I'm a little bit more organised now. But if you are still thinking of doing Christmas shopping, then my advice to you is it's going to be crazy rammed over the weekend and indeed Monday. My advice to you is just go. Take part in the sport of Christmas shopping. Go out there and get your presents under pressure, and then you will get them.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Got an email that says, if you are online shopping, does the last day of available delivery count as part of the sport of Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve? No, it does not. Absolutely not. Because if you're online shopping and you've got, say, next day delivery, then you could order on Sunday for delivery on Monday. And it would be cutting it fine, I'll be honest. But no, it doesn't. Because if you're online shopping on Sunday and you think, I still don't know what to get for whoever, you can still go out Monday. So no, it doesn't really count as part of the sport. It's more like the warm-up for the sport of Christmas Eve shopping. Definitely.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Speaking of with you, people are revenge cheating now to get back at their unfaithful partners. You know when you're a kid and your parents always tell you 2 wrongs don't make a right? Well, that is what's going on here. People cheat on their partners because they are in revenge. A third of people who have affairs are revenge cheating, says new research from Illicit Encounters. A survey of 1,000 users of Illicit Encounters, a website specifically designed for affairs, so everyone involved has cheated or wants to cheat, found that many people cheat on their partners to get back at them for cheating first. Revenge cheating is more common in women than men. 37% of women surveyed have revenge cheated versus 31% of men. So there you go. This is apparently, though, because men are more likely to have cheated first in the relationship. So there you are. If you're starting a new relationship and getting engaged over this Christmas, look out for revenge cheating. Sounds all quite, wow. I don't see the point to it. I really don't. A man has also pointed out, by the way, and you'll never find this in the news, a man has pointed out that Terry's chocolate oranges look like bum holes. Oh, shh. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Just don't say it.
atomradio.co.uk.
Well, there you go. The best bits of drive time all done for this week and indeed for this year. There is no drive time next week. It'll be the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we've got some special stuff coming up for you on Thursday and Friday. Drive time will return at 4 p.m. on the 2nd of January. You will have me next week, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m., The Breakfast Show on Atom Radio, all through the week next week. So if you can join me, if you're up early, I would absolutely appreciate that. Whatever you're doing this Christmas, I hope you have a fantastic time. I know it can be a struggle for some people, but for others, it is one of the happiest times of the year. So from Drive Time this year, happy Christmas to you. And if we don't speak to you before, happy New Year as well. Enjoy your festive season. And I will see you Monday, 7 a.m. on Atom Radio for The Breakfast Show. And if you're not up that early, or maybe you're somewhere else around the world, but that is ridiculously early, I'll see you back on the 2nd of January for Drive Time. Happy Christmas.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
atomradio.co.uk.